So God will continue to expand you, but you have to start somewhere. They used to be called just people in my community and clients, and now they're called messengers. It evolves. And so if you can resonate with, yeah, I want to get my message out there, that's what that would look like for your business.
I always come back to a different word. I don't like success. Success is a dirty word in my
It's good.
vocabulary now because success is generally based on a comparison to somebody else or your own ideals of what you have to accomplish in order to, along the way, find yourself successful. We've kind of talked about that with Chris. I come to a word that sounds a lot like success, and I think it's one that when we pursue success, we invalidate access. And I'll talk about that a little bit. For me, my pursuit is now access. First and foremost, access to God. Because if I'm accessing the one who's calling me and then that's a deeper place, and I know I'm in the right place. Also with the people, I think so. If you have a business, if you're a business person, you have consumers, and success would lead you to, I've accomplished something. I've sold a product to them. I've sold this many products. I have this many consumers. So then that person on the other side of this exchange becomes nothing more than a number. That's the quantity of success. Whereas what if you saw those consumers as now you have access to them? It changes how you take care of that in the first place. If they're just a number, numbers go, numbers come. I lost that number, but I can gain another number and still be just as successful. But if every consumer if I have a moment of access, what am I doing to steward that access? For me personally in ministry, that's for me is every moment I get up on a stage to preach, every moment I sit across the table for somebody, it's not, wow, I had 10 counseling calls this week. Wow, I got to preach in this many services. I got to preach and talking to this conference. I'm successful. No, God, you've given me access to this amount of people. What am I doing to steward that? Am I doing what I need to in my place to make sure I'm prepared? It always comes back to me, and it's not what am I doing, but it's how am I doing it? And I think that for me, I think is a lot of people struggle is they're after the numbers. Success puts numbers ahead of you, puts an ideal ahead of you, and access is just. And I war against Nietzsche's too a little bit too because I despise all of the enneagrams and I despise all of the when somebody says, "Well, I'm just an extrovert or I'm an introvert." How dare you tell the creator who you are? Like you can be introverted without just making a plain matter of fact, this is who I am. I'll never have an extroverted moment because I'm an introvert. Like we cannot be made in the image of the all knowing, the all who is everything, and not have pieces of all of that. Doesn't mean that's your highlighted one, but generally, if we look back over our life, the thing we've become is also becomes is because people have put voice to it.